Yeah. Good afternoon, students. This is Sanjay, and I am going to teach you a new lesson, and that is lesson number 6. Okay, that the name of the lesson is This is Geordie's Fawn. This is Geordie's Fawn, and the writer is Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings. Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings is the writer. We are going to know about the 5 point summary of the lesson and reach your vocabulary, that is word meaning, comprehension check, question and answers, writing skills like letter writing or diary or article, long answer type questions. These are the 5 concepts which we are going to understand in this lesson. So let's start with this is Geordie's Fawn. In this story, Geordie's father is bitten by a rattlesnake. Now Geordie is a boy. His father is bitten by a rattlesnake. A rattlesnake is a very poisonous snake, remember. He quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. So what happens? There was no option in the forest. So his father kills a doe. And for what purpose? For the purpose of blood. For the purpose of blood. Okay. And uses its heart and liver. And also uses its heart and liver of the doe to draw out the poison. To draw out the poison. To remove the poison, he uses the doe and kills the doe. Who? Geordie's father. Geordie is a boy. Okay. Geordie wonders what will happen to the little fawn left without its mother. Now Geordie, being a small boy, is thinking of the fawn. Fawn is what? The baby deer. The baby deer. D-E-E-R. Okay. And he is thinking of it. Now if the mother is killed, now who is going to take care of it? But very important was Geordie's father was also to be alive because he was bitten by rattlesnake. Let's see. Geordie could not forget the incident. Geordie is unable to forget the incident. Anyway, he is thankful that his father is saved out of the danger. But what happens here? The fawn is left alone. The little baby deer is left alone because his mother is killed to save the father's life. Whose father's life? Geordie's father's life. Okay. He loved the little fawn. His father, Penny, lay in bed. Now, what is the name of the father of Geordie? Penny. P-E-N-N-Y. Penny is the name of the father. Okay? Character. Penny is a father. Geordie is a son. Okay? And fawn is a baby deer. Okay? Doe is a mother deer. This all happens in the forest. Penny is a father, Geordie is a son, doe is a mother deer, and fawn is the baby deer. Let's see what happens. And his father Penny lay in bed. Now he was resting because he was bitten by rattlesnake and he is out of a danger by killing the mother deer, that is a Geordie, fawn's mother. Okay, fawn is a baby deer. Penny allowed the boy, you can see, Geordie inquired after his health. So Geordie went and asked his father, how is your health? How are you? Are you okay, fit and fine, etc. Then Penny said he had escaped the death narrowly. And Penny said, I am very fortunate and lucky enough to save my life with very narrowly, very in a shot. Because rattlesnake is a very poisonous. But just because of the doe killing, he could save himself. He felt proud of his son for his help, and he also said, I am proud of you, my dear son, because of your help I saved my life. Then he owed his life to the she deer or the doe whom he had killed to press out the snake poison in his body. But he says that my life belongs to the whom? To the she deer, that is the mother deer, because I killed it for the purpose of heart and liver. And I used the life of whom? Life of the deer by killing. Okay? That is the mother deer. And today I am just alive because of the mother deer whom I killed. Geordie was worried about the little fawn. So he was very much worried and very keenly taking that the love and affection for the fawn. Because the baby deer is left alone in the forest and any other animal can come and attack and eat to it. He wanted to find the fawn and bring it home. So he went in search of a fawn, okay, and in the forest, and wanted to bring the fawn back to home because the fawn's mother has saved the life of whose? Life of father's, Jodie's father. So it is the duty and responsibility to take care of the fawn, that is the little deer. The two, you can see, Penny allowed the boy to save the little animal. Seeing the way the kindness is seen and the nature of the child, and Penny, the father told, okay, you can go and try to find out the fawn and bring it to home. We can take care of it. Jody had a vague idea of the place where his father had been beaten by the snake. So Jody was knowing in which place the rattlesnake came and bitten the father. So he went to that place only where the mother deer was being killed to find out the baby deer. You can also see Doc Wilson also supported Jody and both of them went in search of fawn. Even his friend named Doc Wilson supported Jody. Both of them went in the forest in search of a baby deer, that is fawn, F-A-W-N. Okay, so the name is given, this is Jody's fawn because Jody loves fawn and takes care of it and domesticates it. Jody decided to go to the forest with Millville in search of the fawn, and his another friend named Millville also joined him. He hoped to be back home for dinner, and he hoped that he will be coming by the time of dinner, that is in the evening. When the two rode out, both of them went out in search of a fawn. Jody had a vague idea of the place where his father had been bitten by the snake. So he was knowing that where the place is and where his father has been bitten by the snake. So both of them went there only, Millville and Jody. The twigs under his feet creaked and broke the silence. As how they were walking in the forest, what happened? The dry stems, the leaves which were fallen in the forest, what happened? They started to make some sound because as how we started to walk, it started to get broken into pieces and sound started to come off the leaves and the twigs, the stems, dried stems. Okay. Suddenly he saw a large vulture-like bird flying into the air, and as we saw in the sky, a big vulture bird, that is, you can see a big one, eagle-like, was flying over there in the air. Soon he found that many birds were feeding on the dead body of the doe, and then after he saw number of birds were sitting on the dead body of the doe. That doe was killed by Jody's father to save his life. Okay. He threw his stick at them to keep them away, and he threw a stick with anger to make them to fly and leave the doe. Okay, and because he was not able to tolerate it or to see it. The incident had occurred only 24 hours ago. Only 24 hours ago, the rattlesnake had bitten his father and his father Penny had killed the doe. And after that, you can see number of birds are sitting on the dead body of the doe. So this incident happened hardly 24 hours ago. He went round but did keep them away. So he went round and did keep them away far of the doe's dead body. Okay, but the birds were flying here and there and again trying to come and stick onto the flesh. The incident, even then you can see he did not find the fawn anywhere. Even the footprints on the grass had been washed away in the rain. Even you can see the footprints of the fawn were also been disappeared. Otherwise, they would have got some at least hints where the baby deer is hiding or where it is, and he would have tried to search. Just then, he was startled to see the fawn lifting its face. But as how he started to move, he could see there in the bushes a baby deer was sitting and making a movement, and his face was coming up somewhere outside the bushes. It was shaking. It was shivering or shaking. You can see. Jody walked up to it and put his arms around its body. So Jody went near to the baby fawn, that is the baby deer, and put his hands around its arm, started to take care of it, started to pat on its back, and okay, to move his hand on the back of the deer. The deer liked it. The baby deer liked it. Its skin was soft and clean, and Jody says the skin was very soft and clean of the baby deer. Okay, it did not kick nor bleed, nor did it kick, nor did it bleed or run away or get afraid of the Jody, because Jody was taking care and loving to the baby deer. He saved its face from the thorny plant. He picked it up and walked as fast as he could until he came to the intersection with the road home. So as how the thorny plant, the face was coming out of the baby deer, he saw, he picked it up immediately, took it in his arms and started to walk very fast because it was a small baby deer. Till he comes to the intersection with the road home. Intersection means internal roads where they are connected to his house. Whose house? Geordie's house, remember. After that, when tried, he set it down and rested for a while. And when he was finding he was tired and exhausted, he took the Geordie, sat beside it, okay, on the ground for some time. Again, after some time taking rest, he started to walk further. Finally, he reached home and took the fawn into his father's room. And at last, he came to the home and entered in his father's room with the baby deer, that is fawn. When he was glad to see it, the father Penny was very happy to see it. Geordie gave it a milk to drink, and Geordie brought a milk happily to give to the baby deer. He dipped his fingers into the milk and let it suck. So he put the finger in the milk and gave the finger to whom? To the baby deer, and the baby deer started to suck the finger with the milk. And this is how it learned to drink the milk. When it drank off the last drop of milk, till the last drop it was carried, and the baby deer drank the milk and was happy to live with the Geordie. Geordie was happy now to live with whom? With the fawn, and even his father was also happy to take care and look after the fawn because it is his duty, or even it is a prime duty of both son and father, because the father's life was saved by his mother doe. Okay, so this is all about the Geordie's fawn. Then Geordie takes care with love and affection and stays with whom? Stays with the fawn. Fawn also gets adjusted and settled and happily stays with Geordie. This is all about This is Geordie's Fawn by Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings. We are coming to the word vocabulary. And which vocabulary? Available, easily got. Remedies, cures. Fawn, the young one of a deer. Gift, go or move. Held, kept. Pupils, the black round part in the middle of the eye. Thieving, secretly. Thieving means secretly. A close shave, a narrow escape. Kept your head, remained cool. Recollected, remembered. Though the she deer or a mother deer. Scared, afraid. Staring, looking. Hemmed in and closed. Acorns, small brown nuts. Ungrateful, hankless. Starved, die of hunger. Sidled back, walked back. Pouring, preparing. Gasped, breathed fast. Mounted, rode, ROD. Abandoned, deserted. Okay, clearing open space. Endure, to bear. BEAR, to bear, to tolerate. Scrub, bushes. Makes a pairing, helps in finding directions. Disappointment, despair or upset. Obliged, thankful. Instant, moment. Twigs, tender branches. Buzzard, large vulture-like bird. Flapped, fluttered. Carcass, dead body. Dead body of whom? Dead body of a doe, that is mother deer. Then hissed, made snake-like sound. Adjacent, nearby. Carry on, CARRION, carry on, feeding on dead bodies. Circled, went round and round. Parted, separated. Then kept, clacked, 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 made a short, loud sound. Impatient, anxious. Emerged, came out. Tracks, signs. Startled, surprised. Tumbled, fell. Liquid, soft, wet. Quivering, shaking. Trust, have confidence. Scenting, SCENTING, smelling. Delirious, DELIRIOUS, very excited. Convulsion, shiver. Steer, to move. Okay, this is all about the word meanings. Let us come to the part 3, comprehension check. What had happened to Geordie's father? Answer. Geordie's father had been bitten by a rattlesnake. How did the doe save Penny's life? Geordie's father killed the doe or she deer. He used her heart and liver to draw out the snake poison. In this way, the doe saved Penny's life. Why did Geordie want to bring the fawn home? Geordie's father had killed the doe without the mother deer. The fawn was likely to starve to death in the forest. So, Geordie wanted to bring the young fawn to home. How does Geordie know that the fawn is a male? The spots on the fawn's body made Geordie know that it was a male baby deer. Question next. Dotty didn't want Millville with him for two reasons. What were they? Dotty didn't want Millville to join him in the search for the fawn. The reason was that he was not sure about the fawn's safety. He didn't want Millville to see his disappointment. Why was Millville afraid to leave Jody alone? Millville was afraid that Jody might be lost in the jungle. How did Jody bring the fawn back home? Jody picked up the fawn into his arms and proceeded to home. After some distance, he kept the fawn down and took rest. Later on, the fawn followed him. Thus, he brought the fawn back home. Okay, Jody was filled with emotion after he found the fawn. Can you find at least 3 words or phrases which show how he felt? The fawn shook him through with the stare of its liquid eye. The touch of the fawn made him delirious, as though the fawn were a china deer. Question number 3. How did the deer drink milk from the gourd? Answer. Jody dipped his fingers in the milk, then he left the fawn suck his fingers. He did so several times. Finally, the fawn drank off all the milk from the gourd or gourd, Gourd. Last question. Why didn't the fawn follow Jody up the steps as he had thought it would? Answer is, the fawn didn't know how to raise its feet to climb the steps. So these are all about the things. Lastly, we are coming to the long question, or you can say long answer type question. How did Jody persuade his father to go to the forest to bring back the fawn? Jody was a small, brave and sensitive boy. He was with his father when his father was bitten by a rattlesnake, and his father quickly killed a doe and used its heart and liver to draw out the snake's poison. Okay, Jody was happy to see that his father got a new life, but at the same time he was worried for the little fawn who was left alone without its mother. He wanted to bring back the fawn. He requested his father to allow him to go to the forest to find the fawn. He told him that he don't need to drink milk because he was now a big boy. He would give the milk to the fawn. He also said that it was ungrateful to leave the fawn to starve. Okay? His father was in a fix. He couldn't say no to his son and finally allowed him, Jody, to go to the forest to find the fawn. This is how Jody gets the fawn, and this is all about the Jody's fawn. Now we are coming to the writing skill. Imagine, okay, just assume or imagine. What is that? You have a new pet that keeps you busy. You have a new pet in your home and it keeps you busy. You are always in touch with it and you don't want to get separate from it. Write a paragraph describing your pet, the things it does and the way it makes you feel. Here are some words and phrases that you could use. So some words and phrases are also given. With the help of these phrases and words, you have to make a paragraph. Frisky, smart, disobedient, loyal, happy, enthusiastic, companion, sharing, friends, rolls in mud, dirty, the bed, naughty, lively, playful, eats of food, hides the newspaper, drinks of milk, runs away when called, floats on the water as if dead. These are all the things which are done by the animal in your home, which you have called it as a pet. Okay, let's see the paragraph. I have taken a kitten as my pet. Cat, kitten. Okay, this is a baby cat, kitten. It is a female with silky fur and skin. So it is a very silky fur and skin on its body, and it is a female. She keeps me busy. Always she is busy with the boy. My mother does not take interest in my pet, but my mother doesn't like the pet. She curses the little one for doing mischief, for moving about in the house, for making the bed and floor dirty. So she keeps on cursing the pet because it keeps making dirty the floor, the bed, etc. and all. The kitten enters the kitchen and drinks of the milk, and even it enters in the kitchen without informing and drinks the milk. She is naughty and disobedient, and the baby kitten is very naughty and disobedient, doesn't follow the rules and regulations, and doesn't listen to anybody. She is most unlike a dog which is loyal. So she is unlike a dog but very loyal. Loyal means helping and kind, obedient and strong, and also strong. Still I like my pet because it is lively, playful and frisky. But still I like my kitten, the pet, because it is lively, having life, frisky, playful, okay, tricky, all those things. Option number two, human life is dependent on nature. That is why we call Mother Nature. We take everything from nature to live our lives. Whatever we want to take from the nature and we live our life. Okay. Do we give back anything to the nature? Write down some examples of the natural resources that we use. Write a paragraph expressing your point of view regarding our relationship with the mother nature or with the nature. How is our relation developed with the earth, okay, or nature? Man and nature, here is the answer. Man and nature are complementary to each other. They are busy involved and are related and interrelated with each other. Man for ages has been using forest. So since ages we are using the forest. Minerals, chemicals for his survival, Earth and nature are our lifeless. So earth and nature are our lifelines. Without them we cannot survive. We are dependent on them. They help us directly or indirectly. Directly or indirectly they help us. Take for example the paper we print. The paper we get print, that is from the tree. Our books and newspapers, example, they are the product of trees. They are the product of trees. We get fruits, flowers, and fodder from nature. We get food from for the animals. We get fruits and flowers for us. Then food for animals. We get water and air free from nature with no any cost. Air also to breathe, water to drink. It is unfortunate that we are overusing the limited resources and also polluting them. So this is how we are polluting the nature, we are using the resources as we want, we are discriminating the nature, okay, like deforesting. Nature is our mother, we must not use up anything to the extent that is not restored naturally. So it is our nature, is our mother, we should restore it, we shouldn't cut or we shouldn't use it for what you can say uneconomically, okay, without reason, leaving the water here and the tap is on, so we should also restore that. Let us give back to the nature for the benefits we get from it. So whatever we get from the nature, we should also give it back in the return and save the nature. Okay, this is all about. Now, I hope you understood this is Geordie's phone and writing skills from this lesson, and I also expect that you will go through this lesson, read it once with the words also get familiar and also read the questions thoroughly. Okay, until then, see you, bye bye.